Hey everyone, welcome to your collective love reading for October 1st through 11th. Generally speaking, obviously. You could watch this a year from now or 6 months from now, and it could pertain then. So, the theme right now for the feminines, or is going to be when this happens, that they're trying to stay optimistic and they really want to go to the next level with their masculine. So they may be coming together with like-minded people who are also twin flames, or they're confiding in friends who are and working together with friends who are of a like mind, that believe in true love. They're talking to someone like me who is kind of helping them through their journey, because they're trying to make some major choices right now in regards to their masculines love being hidden from them. So they're trying to figure out some major decisions to make for the long term, and decisions that are truly authentic for who they truly are, without all the information from their masculines, without the masculines revealing how much they love them. So it's sometimes that can be really tough. When you don't have all the information, it's like the masculines are holding all the cards. So the feminines are having to literally hold cards and look at cards, because that's all they have to go on. The feminines look like they're also trying to balance out any temptation so that they can go to the next level and commit to their masculine. Almost every single row, because I used a different deck for the head space, the heart space, the actions, and the overall energy and the future energy. Every one of them is a different deck. The Four of Wands came out in like three of the five. So that's really on her mind. Marriage too. Four of Wands can mean marriage, but it's like coming together as a community. So the feminines are taking a look at any kind of unhealthy habits, anything that they're doing to kind of cope with the situation. They're taking a look at those habits. They may be tempted to go into a past relationship or something like that, but they're taking a good look at what they need to go to the next level, even to call themselves up out of whatever the bad habit is, or the toxic relationship or toxic habit. One of the toxic relationships could be, having friends that poo-poo the whole idea, that say that, this is ridiculous, he's emotionally unavailable, and all that kind of stuff. So they're having some kind of let me show you this. This is her headspace. So she's definitely, along with like come together, which is the Four of Wands. So, she wants her true love to come together, and she wants this to last a lifetime, basically. She just needs him to express his feelings, or express them again. And like, if he's told her before, he needs to let her know that, that's still the case. So she's trying to stay optimistic. In the meantime, in her heart, she's got temptation, which is the devil, which could also mean any kind of toxic behavior. And she's trying to balance that out with the Chariot and the Four of Wands to go to the next level. So she's taken a good look at the things that have kind of held her back, or the unhealthy habits that she's had through this time, coping with this situation. And she's deciding to look at things differently, the Hangman and the Four of Wands. And she's trying to like make fun of it, or make light of it, or have a good laugh. And she's also knowing that in order to maybe get her masculine to open up to her when he does come forward, she needs to be playful and not all serious, and not come down on him like, why? What's taking so long? And she needs to have a sense of humor, and she needs to be lighter with it, is what I'm feeling. Her overall energy is the Page of Cups with the Two of Swords. So she's listening to her intuition. She's feeling like, I don't know where I need to, like, she's making these major decisions along with that Lover's card. she's making some major decisions right now based on her intuition. And she's, one of those decisions could be like, like expressing her heart to him possibly, or I need an apology in order to go forward. Some of you guys are kind of stuck on an apology in order for it to come together. Yeah, I feel like let me feel this. She wants to send him a message, but she wants to send just the perfect message that will like get them going on a journey, that will kind of get them unstuck, get them rolling forward, get them out of a place of stagnancy. So she's really planning and plotting in the future, planning and plotting on, rushing in with some valiant effort or truth, like fight for him in her own way with clarity in hand. She goes from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Swords in the future. So I also feel like she's deciding to do some healing and look deeper at herself, is having some self-realizations that are making her get real. Maybe she's realized even that the masculine's been ready for a while, but he's been kind of waiting for her to get to where he's at, which is a shocker, right? But in some ways, I think a lot of feminines are starting to realize that they were pushing away the love without even realizing it, that they weren't really ready for it. So that's where the feminines are at right now. That's where they're at. They're just going through a lot of contemplating. They're going through a lot of contemplating, like how do I keep out of temptation, and how do I make this come together? It's all about like coming together for them right now. If it is already starting to come together, if he has expressed his feelings already, then this is them feeling optimistic about the fact that it is coming together, and then making major decisions together to go forward into marriage and avoid any temptation, like avoid any kind of like bad habits or toxic habits, or even being reactive, even being like sensitive and getting triggered and things like that. And then she's taking a playful approach to the wedding or to the marriage or to the moving in together or whatever they're doing to go to the next level. She's looking at things differently than she's looked before. Also, she's trying to choose if and when are the appropriate places to really share her heart with him in order to go to that next level, and how to share her heart. She's being careful about like listening to her intuition about when to say what she's got to say to him from that heart level. And in the future coming up, just plotting and planning on how to come forward valiantly with speaking her truth. So that could mean that all this time that she's been maybe holding something back that she's wanted to tell him, and she's finally going to build up the strength or the courage to say the truth, like whatever that is. It's going to be different for everybody. Okay, so that's the feminines. I've got like a million cards spread out here. So I'm going to pause this and shuffle a bunch and then put all these rows back together again for where the masculines are at this week. So hang on. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Knight of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and oh my gosh. And there's another one too. So they've been really feeling the distance from their feminine, and it's giving them the courage to realize that their fears were not warranted and they can move forward very quickly because Cupid's arrows are hitting them hard, and it's making them overcome even what's happened with a breakup. If they've been through a breakup, they've come to some conclusions and have like a revitalized faith in love again. They're starting to think they're definitely believing that that their feminine is going to give them success rather than failure in marriage. And I say that because you've got the marriage card here too. So he's definitely got marriage on the mind as well, or at least going to the next level, because he does love her, even though he may not have told her yet, or he hasn't told her that in a while. Yeah, so he definitely wants to offer his love. He wants to offer a romantic gesture. He wants to feel successful and victorious, and he's going to feel like a little kid over it. And he may be thinking of having a kid with you feminines. So lovely energy, lovely energy. So in his, and the themes are precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste the time of others. So I feel like he's really becoming quite aware that he's, wasting his feminine's time, and he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that. He is going to come to light, basically, hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or a memory in the back of your mind. When we explore what's hidden, we become free. So I feel like this is all, they're both coming to these conclusions. They've both gone deeper, and they're both realizing things that are helping them to go forward, realizations that are helping them to go forward. And then he's been resting. You've been working hard, take a nap and get some rest. I feel like there's been a lot of plotting and planning behind the scenes, and he's putting a lot of pressure on himself perhaps to create this perfect life for you guys. And I think he's like letting go of a little bit of that control, because he's like, time's wasting, rather than everything needing to be perfect or coming together like I'm thinking. Maybe I'm just going to go with the flow a bit more and let it happen more naturally, and let not everything have to be perfect. So he's walking away from his fears, insecurities, worries, toxic people, toxic habits, anything toxic in his life, and he's got a lot of clarity around those things. I feel like he's leaving any kind of darkness, and he's going into the light, and he wants victory with his feminine. He knows that they have unfinished business with this Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, and he really wants to start a passionate new life. So he's got some kind of a great idea and clarity driving him forward to take care of this unfinished business with this woman that he maybe feels is more mature than him. And maybe he wants to get her pregnant. She's got quite the belly on her there. So he's trying to get up the courage he's trying to even mature. He's trying to gentle himself so he actually is more mature to meet her on that level. He's known all along that he would eventually be expressing his feelings to her in a very passionate way. And he knows that now is that time. Time's wasting. I heard it again. Time's wasting. It's like he feels like if you snooze, you lose. We gotta, and I gotta go kiss my sleeping beauty over there, and I need to come out of hiding because time is precious. But he's also, maybe that's also how he's getting out of his head and overthinking the whole thing, is he's trying to stay more in the moment, and being in the moment is telling him, you got to go. That's where you hear spirit to give you those promptings. And then you've got the King of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords in the future. So he definitely, gets into this energy of feeling like he's got the Midas touch. He's good husband material, and he goes running after his feminine. He goes rushing in to express himself and to come out of hiding and to make all of this happen and to have his victory and going to the next level. So both of you want the same thing. Both of you want to be together. Both of you want to move in together, to get married, just to start a new life, maybe even have kids. There's a couple of kid cards here. I mean, there's, you guys know that you can be like children together as well. What is she holding? It's a seashell of some sort. And the kitten's playing with it, and the fish are dancing. It's like this is like a really happy scene. He's also going to make some major decisions with that Lover's card that he needs the strength to do. Those decisions could involve somewhere he needs to go, or like the courage to take on some kind of a mission that he feels like he wants success in. Something could be, he could have to break up with something. I just got like a corporation even, or like leaving behind like toxic deals, even toxic contracts, toxic. I mean, this could be like any relationship in his life, whether it's related to work or his parents or his brother and sister or whoever's like really negative in his life or is just not authentic to him anymore. He's just walking away from it all to have this victory with his feminine and have this new life open up for you guys. And he's going to feel like elated, really elated. He may even be thinking to work with her instead, breaking those other contracts, walking away from those other contracts so that they can work together. Maybe he had to break the contracts in order for it to work together. I don't see the justice card here though, so maybe it's just a verbal agreement, you know? Okay, so let me just ask Spirit if there's anything that they want to add to this for the feminine or the masculine. They said stay the course. Both of you, it feels like you guys are on different train tracks at the moment, but you're looking over at each other and you know each other is there and you're feeling each other, and then the tracks are going to start to come together and merge. They just said sooner than later, like soon, very soon. For some of you within the next week or so, this could come together for you. But, you know, every time I do these collective love readings, I'm looking into those who are still left that aren't together yet, that aren't in communication or aren't in union yet. So you could be a little bit ahead of that curve, or you could be a little bit behind that curve. It doesn't matter. Something about the rest for the masculines too. I feel like the masculines are starting to learn to not be such workaholics, like they're actually taking breaks. Some of them are actually taking breaks with their feminines in a way that they're like sending them a message, or they are thinking to, or they are thinking about their feminines, or daydreaming about their lives together, or the conversation that they're planning to have with her, because you do have that communication opening up as well. Definitely whatever this passionate message is coming as well. Yeah. Yeah, I just saw wedding bells. I just saw wedding bells as well. So, all right, if that resonated for you, and you feel like getting an extended reading, which means that basically we take this information and I go do an oracle card reading at that table. I go do an oracle card reading and I give you more information and more advice on how to sort all this out or how to best navigate going forward. In the extended readings, a lot of times there are more like warnings, like watch out for this, or maybe your ex is going to come back, or maybe their ex is going to come back, or maybe like, and how to deal with it and what to, it goes into more of the behind the scenes stuff that needs to happen in order for all of this to start going forward to the next level. This has just got Four of Wands all over it. So that's probably what this reading is going to be called. But you guys are definitely going to go to the next level. I mean, it just feels like you can't stop the momentum at this point. So stay optimistic. And if you feel so inclined, then go to the extended reading. And the link below that is just below. It's in Vimeo. So, and a lot of times I do a light language blessing in the extendeds as well. So that's also very helpful. All right, you guys have a beautiful week, and we will talk to you next week. Thanks. Bye.
If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/Amy Satori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. If you're wanting more information about my show on TuneIn Radio, how to order a personal reading, or other goings-on, you can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.